Hello Nardos, this is Tofi, your Nardo Candy, and today we're watching nothing actually. Today we're not watching anything. Why? Because Heartstopper is coming back and I love this show. But unfortunately, I've already watched season 1 and 2 before I had this channel. So today we're gonna talk about those seasons. And I know most of you now are deciding to end this video here. I know, you're here to see reaction, not a lame discussion. But I just want you to hear me out first. See what I'm feeling, then decide to buy it or not. Okay, I've loved season 1 and 2, and I had a lot of thoughts and I wanted to share it with anyone, but I didn't have someone to share it with at that time. So I'm here to share these thoughts with you guys. And I didn't wanna binge season 1 and 2 again because it's gonna be a lot of time, a lot of work, and you're not gonna have your genuine reactions that you want. So I wanted to share my thoughts with you without having a lame reaction to something that I already know line by line. Because I love the show, I watch it like 100 times. So it's not gonna be surprising, or I'm not gonna be surprised because of anything new. And I know this is different, and it's different for me too. But I decided to give it a chance, and all I want from you is to give it a chance too. If you didn't like it, you can end it any time. It's not like anyone watching you or judging you. So let's start talking about the show. It's a lovely, warming, wholesome show, and I love that. Usually, dramas have a lot of dramas, a lot of crying, a lot of feelings that you want to scream, but this show is cute and wholesome and not boring at the same time. Like everything happy most of the time, but it's not boring at the same time. And that's a really good balance. So, I'm gonna discuss it episode by episode. And let's start with episode 1, Meet, where we meet our lovely cute baby Charlie and our handsome sexy Nick. And yeah, I can't say he's handsome and sexy because I'm 22. I know he's playing a 16 years old, but he's 20, okay? I'm allowed to think he's attractive. Uh, we meet Isaac, we meet Tao. We hit Tao's hair, but we know he did it because he was supporting Al, and we love supportive friends, so we will repress our hate for Tao's hair. We meet Al, we see how she's alone at her new school after she transferred from the boys' school to the girls' school after her transitioning, and it's obvious why she's alone. Like, she's different. I mean, the girl is gorgeous. If it was me, I would be definitely intimidated to talk to her. Like, have you seen her hair, her skin, her body, her outfit? I'm super jealous. I'm not so pretty. Anyway, we meet Ben, and immediately we hate Ben because he represents a toxic relationship. And but we love it. Not the toxic relationship, but the representation, because it it gives you that even boys can get tricked into a toxic relationship, especially in that age, when you're still a teenager and young and stupid and just want to fall in love, but you don't know better, so anyone who's gonna give you the slightly attention, you're gonna fall for them. And that's not how it works. But we have our new crush on Nick. And Nick is a nice person. Even if he's a rugby player and one of the masculine boys, he's still nice and cute and not a toxic masculine boy. And that's what we see when Nick asks Charlie to join the rugby team. We didn't see the boy who's like, we need to win. It's like, we're a school team, it's not that big of a deal. We're just playing. Like, he's just enjoying. Usually, sports team in schools, they turn it into that big of a deal. But it's not. It just activity. It's a school activity. We need to know that. I was in the theater team and I didn't give that big of a, yeah, I loved our plays. I wanted to be super good. I was too competitive, especially in college, because every college in our university was have competition which plays gonna be the number one, but it's still we enjoy it and we were okay even if we didn't take the first place. It's okay, we're enjoying it. So we love that Nick doesn't like address himself as just a sports boy. He's a lot of things, and we love that because no person is just a one thing. You like personality is way complicated than that. Uh, we see that Ben have a girlfriend, we hate that, and we address it immediately after that we don't want to be with this boy anymore. And I love how the show is kinda educational in a way. Like, usually in drama shows, they go for the extreme, no communication, everything going to deep badly before it goes up again. But with this show, most of the time they address the problems immediately. They give you what you want to, like, they do what supposed to do in this type of situation. And that's good because we learning this cute baby teenagers what you need to do when you're in this type of situation. And we love it. We love that Charlie addressed that immediately. He stand up for himself when Ben tried to talk bad to him. He is not the most confident boy, but we see that he is he knows it's not his problem. He knows it's Ben's problem and Ben needs to figure it out, not him. And we love that for him. So after we break up with Ben, Charlie have now his space to have his crush on Nick more. And next protect Charlie when Ben do a really disgusting things that I don't wanna say it as a sentence because it could trigger people, but you know what Ben did and we hated it, and that's not excusable at all. You can't do that even if that person is still with you, even if you're still in a relationship. If he said no, then no. We love Nick's protecting Charlie, and we love their friendship until now. So yeah, that takes us to the next episode with the crush. And yeah, as I said, Charlie, we clearly see that Charlie have a crush on Nick. He addressed that. Like, we can see that. We can see that Nick is interested, but because we audience still don't know what's Nick's sexuality, we still don't know if that's a crush or not. So yeah, Charlie still think Nick is straight. He tried to fish out informations and what he have until now that he is straight. And most of us fall for that. Like when even if it's not sexuality thing, all of us had a crush on someone at the point that's not interested in us and don't even know that we have a crush on them. And it's awful. Okay, when you have a crush on someone and they don't have the same feeling, you feel really bad and it's awful, and you don't want to feel that painful, but you don't want to stop talking to them or like go back uh, a little because you want to spend time with them, and you can see every single thing they do as if maybe they like me back, even if it's not that at all, and they don't even think of that. But we're like, what if they like me back? What if they don't want to say it too? Even little things like giving you gum after you said you really want something sweet. And it's like, are they interested? And most of the time, no. If they didn't clarify and said something that clearly means they are interested, don't assume they are interested. Just don't do that because that's gonna hurt you more. But because it's a show, we kinda think that maybe Nick have a crush on Charlie too. Especially when Nick invites Charlie over to play and hang out, and they play in the snow, and that's so cute. I wish I see snow someday because I live in a place where it's never snowed ever. Like I saw snow before, like it rains snow, but immediately it melt when it go to the ground. Like that's and that's like happened like once or twice in my lifetime. Like it it's not that cold here. Anyway, we also can see Tao having anxiety of his friends being away now. Charlie having time with Nick. Al is in new school. Isaac live in his books. Like Isaac is a book boy, and we love that for him. Uh, I'm way too bored to read books. I get bored to like write my own stories. Like I write it in my head, and it's like, nah. What's the point of write it? I can't animate it. I'm not good at drawing, and I can't have it as a graphic novel because, as I said, I'm bad at drawing, and it's not like gonna be a movie or a book. So, I'm too bored to write it. Like I write the chapters, and it's like, nah, nah. Anyway, we see Al have problems with having new friends in her new school, but there was that like a kind girl that invites her to be friends with her and her friend. Yeah, so we meet Tara and Darcy. They are cute, they are adorable, and we love them. But we immediately suspect that there's something happening there. Anyway, at that time, Charlie feels, as I said, feels like maybe Nick have a crush on him too. Maybe Nick is interested, but Tao immediately says that no, Nick, that he heard that Nick have a crush on a girl in the other school, which is Tara, one of the two girls that became friends with Al. So we ask Al if she can find anything interesting there. Like, does Tara like Nick back? Are they a thing? Or is anything happening there? And that's what Al trying to do. But they discovered that Tara and Darcy isn't friends. They are girlfriends, and we love it. We love our representational. We have trans, we have gays, we have lesbians, and we love it. So Al says that Tara don't like Nick, and she will never like Nick. But she don't out Tara, and that's good. Because, yeah, Charlie is your friend, and yeah, Charlie is one of the LGBT community, but still you can't out someone to someone else if they said it's a secret. Even if you know they will never judge, even if you know they are queer too, there is no excuse. If it's a secret, it's their secret. You can't out someone. Yeah. By the way, I forget to. We know that Charlie got outed, not came out. Like, he got outed. We don't know how exactly. We just know that boys in the school just knew. So Charlie invites Nick over, even if he's super afraid, even if he thinks that Nick likes a girl. And we see that Nick actually may be interested because he wanted to hold Charlie's hand while Charlie was sleeping. But Charlie didn't see that because he was sleeping. So it go sweet. Nick go back to his house, but he hugged Charlie for like a moment there. And oh yeah, Tori, sorry. We have like this cute moments with Tori, and I love her so much. And I love how she is a supportive sister, and she tries to talk to her brother even if we can see clearly that she's not a really communicational person and not a talkative. But she tries so much to talk to her little brother, and we love that. As an older sister myself, I try to talk to my sister sometimes, but it's not that easy, especially that our age gap is like, it's not a lot, it's like 4 years, but still, like, when I was in college, she was in middle school, so it was not middle, like, she was between middle school and high school, so it's kind of like we are not close to age. Like, 4 years don't feel that much of a gap when you're like when you both are in 20s or 30s. But in that time when she's still a teenager and you're like kind of older, it feels like a gap. Anyway, away from my personal life. Yeah, we see Nick trying to know what is his feeling for Charlie, and he do the thing that most of us do, which is am I gay quiz. And can I say that these quizzes don't give you the answer, it give you the questions. Like, they give you questions like, are you attracted to boy? Like, if I know, then I will know what's my sexuality. But it's good for you to ask yourself these questions in the quiz. Like, when you answer these questions, you probably know the result before the test. tell you what's the result, but it makes you think about these questions and about your answer, and that's what useful in these quizzes. And I think most of us did it. Most of queer people did it, and actually a good percent of straight people did it too, maybe once in their life at least. When you like have that close of friend, or even for fun, like a lot of people do that. uh so yeah, Nick discovers we go to the next episode, which is Kiss, and Nick discovers that, yeah, he actually could be queer. Like, he probably is. His percent was like 62, 64, I don't remember, but like, it wasn't a really high number, but it's still, it counts. Yeah. So now he overwhelmed with this, but we can see, even if he's overwhelmed and even if he's exhausted with this information and even if he is confused, he's still treating Charlie the way he's treating him. He's trying to know what he's feeling without like taking it on Charlie. Because sometimes when we know that, we want to feel like, no, we hate that person just to deny it, but we love that Nick didn't do that. Charlie is his friend, and he acted on what he feels right now, taking small steps, and I can't exactly say what I mean, but I feel like you know what I mean. I wish you know what I mean. So yeah, we see that um, one of Nick's friends, Harry, that we don't like because he gives us that sports bullying boy. Anyway, it's his birthday, it's his sweet 16 birthday, and he invites Nick and he tells him that he can invite whatever. So yeah, so Nick invite our new character, Imogen, who's clearly interested in Nick. And he invites Charlie, and that was sweet. But as we expected, Charlie don't feel that comfortable in this kind of parties. And as an introvert myself, I would hate to go to this kind of party. I'm way scared and afraid and I can't comprehend with this a lot of people and party and ugh, I can't go part I can't go to a party where I know the people there and they are my friends. Like, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends because of school activities and because of college and because college clubs, and I have a lot of friends. But I prefer I know everyone or most of the people when I go to a place. I don't like sitting with a bunch of new people because I will be intimidated to talk to any of them. If they didn't talk to me, I'll probably be quiet all day. Anyway, uh, we see that Tao is kinda upset that Charlie is going to this party because, first of all, he had plans with them. Second of all, we see that Tao kinda don't like Charlie to go to a place with those people, like Harry and the rugby team and like those group of friends. Uh, but yeah, And Isaac didn't go to, he was sick, so we kinda see Tao and Al trying to uh, say to Tao that it's okay, Charlie is allowed to have new people in his life, and they talk more, and we can see that their friendship is more than just a friendship. It that they really care about each other. Yeah. Uh, and as we expected, Harry and his friends are kind of picking up on Charlie, saying bad things for him, annoying him, uh, and they kind of put Nick in awkward situation when they like um bringing him with Tara to talk to each other, but Tara tell Nick that actually she is a lesbian and she have a girlfriend, and that she is more comfortable saying that now. She's not planning to the drama shows big coming out. She's not gonna stand in front of all school and say that, guys, I'm gay. She's just gonna act as herself. She's gonna be with her girlfriend. She's gonna hold hands and and be with her. And if someone asks her, she's gonna be like, yeah, we are together. Like, she's gonna leave the information, take its way to other people. Uh, anyway, that inspires Nick, and he feels more good about that. We see Charlie meet Ben, and he is like, hey, hey, no. Ben tries to like meet up with Charlie and like go back together, but Charlie's like, no, I don't wanna, and stand away from me. I don't wanna talk to you. I don't wanna be whatever near you, and that's understandable because of what Ben did. Uh, Next is how Tora and Dorothy are happy together, and he wants to be that happy too. He sees that he is allowed to be that happy too. Imogen tries to tell him she's interested, but Nick is like, he brushes off and go to find Charlie, and they like head to a quiet place together, and they're like, that's where the cutest moment we all know, when Nick is like, when Charlie asks Nick if he have a crush on anyone, and Nick is like, I think so. Charlie's, who's she? And Nick is quite honest. He don't repress his feeling. He's like, it don't need to be she. And he explains that, yeah, he still don't know if he can go out with a boy, if he can kiss a boy, but that doesn't mean that he don't want to. He just don't know yet. Maybe. And I think a lot of people can be straight for like 50 years, then discover that, you know what, maybe I'm attracted to my same sex. Like, that happen a lot actually. You like, because the norm is for you to being straight, so you don't really ask yourself, especially if you're like bi or pan, you most of the time, because you're attracted to the other gender, you don't actually ask yourself if you're attracted to the same gender too. If you didn't like have a crush on someone really hard and discover that, oh, I am, you probably will not know until your end of life. You know what I mean? uh so yeah, Charlie asked Ned, okay, fair, will you kiss me if you had a chance? And Nick is like, yeah. And he tries that. Then he kisses him again, and that's important because the first time it could be just see if it's really yeah or not. But the fact that he kissed him again is like, yeah, I think I like that. But when next friends call out, he run away, and yeah, it could be overwhelming. It's really a new experience. So it's understandable for Nick to have this reaction, but it's understandable for Charlie to be upset too, because he was in a toxic relationship where the other, where his partner or Ben didn't address him at all. So it's understandable for us to see how Charlie was like, I didn't like, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that he ran away. Maybe he didn't really like that. Maybe I pushed him. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's ashamed. Maybe he don't want to meet me again. That's understandable, especially when you're in that age and you're like really insecure person and have overthinking. Like I relate. Uh, but Nick goes to Charlie's house, and then we go to the next episode, which is Secret. Yeah. Nick goes to Charlie's house, and we love that Nick wanted to talk about it immediately and face to face. Like he didn't wait until he meet Charlie in the school, and he didn't wanna like say it over text. He wanted to be there. He wanted to talk to him face to face, and he explained to Charlie that he just he still don't know. He still don't have any idea what is going on, and that's fair. That's he's 16 and he don't know what is going on, and that's okay. That's okay. The good is you're communicating about this, and Charlie can relate because he's like he was obviously at the same point too when he's not know what is going on. Like most of us were. They clear that Nick clears that he likes Charlie, but he still don't know what is going on, and he still want to keep it a secret for now, and that's fair enough. And it was fair for Charlie to say no if he want to, but Charlie decided that it's okay, and that's that's an understandable thing to keep it as quiet for now, especially that you yourself don't know what you should say, like you don't know what is even going on. And we can see clearly how it's different from Ben, because our problem with Ben wasn't keeping this a secret. Our problem with him was he didn't address Charlie as a person, and he didn't care about his feeling, and he didn't communicate with him, and he didn't care about having a relationship with Charlie even in secret. He was like kissing him and go. He didn't even have a, a relationship with him, even if it's not in public. So yeah, but Charlie still kinda feels like this is maybe the same. He knows it's not, but he can feel the same feeling of himself being a secret again. And Nick can feel that too. He can feel that maybe I'm doing the same thing that Ben did to him. But they kinda address that to each other, and we can feel that, okay, yeah, it's similar, but it's different at the same time. We also see Charlie, in rugby practice, and that making him more confident in sports. He's not a really good rugby player, but he's trying his best, and it's okay. It's okay. It's enough to try your best. They play against this other team who's clearly a sports school, big, strong boys, and they're like, Charlie get hurt, and Nix couldn't be there for him because of the secret of everyone looking at them, and he feels bad that he can be there for Charlie, even if Charlie is okay with it. So he goes and tell Charlie that he is sorry and he really want to be there for him. And he's sorry he didn't, like, he he couldn't be there when he got hurt. And Charlie says it's okay, but we still don't know if it's okay or not, because he's an insecure person who thinks that's enough for anyone to be interested at all. And I know, because as I said, I can relate to Charlie. uh Isaac pick up clearly that there is something going on with Charlie and Nick. um Nick tries his best to be confident more in this, but when he sees that Isaac pick up on that, he feels how he's afraid and scary of this idea of people knowing. And yeah, it's a scary idea. It makes everything different. It makes most of the people think of you differently, and this becomes this only thing they, like, the first thing they think when they think about you. And I hate that. Like, he's still the same person, but people not gonna think the same, and that's awful, clearly. uh Also, Imogen asks Nick on a date, and she asks him in front of everyone, so Nick feels pressured to say yes. And we can see that Imogen didn't want to put him in that pressure. We can actually see how she was pressured to ask him out too. Like, Harry and the others clearly pressured her to say to ask him, and we can see Nick get pressure to say yes, and that's awful for both of them. Uh, but he say yes anyway, and Al and Tao see that. They still don't know that there's something going between Charlie and Nick, but they feel like this is gonna be a problem, because that means that Nick could be in a relationship now, and Charlie need to quit his crush on Nick, because he was gonna leave them alone and leave them to know if this gonna happen or not. But now he clearly have, he said yes, so for them he have an interesting in that girl. That means he's not interested in Charlie, or that at least what they think. And that's how episode 4 ends, and the first half of the first season. So yeah, then we go to the 5th episode, Friend. uh we clearly see Nick struggling after he said yes to Imogen's date, especially after Charlie tell him that he is birthday is soon and he wants him to be there. And he discovers that the birthday and the date is in the same day. So he asks his mother what should he do. uh, Olivia Colman, an awesome actress, we love her. She told him something really important for you to know, any person of any sexuality, that you can't be on a date because of pity. Uh, like, you need to like that person to go on a date with them, or at least that you have that idea about, maybe I will like this person. Like, you need to want to go, not just to say that because you don't want the other person to be sad. You need to do that because you are interested in him, in them, or in a relationship in general. And both ways you need to say that. Like, if you are going on a date with them, you still don't think you like them, but you have this idea of maybe something more could happen. You need to address that with the other person. So we see Nick going to Charlie's birthday, meeting Tao, meeting Al, meeting Isaac. Um, so we see that he didn't go to Imogen date, but we still don't know exactly if he didn't go, or if he went before the birthday, or if he will go after the birthday. We still don't know. Yeah. Tao sees how Charlie and Nick are like close to each other, especially with Isaac comments here and there about them being more than friends, because Isaac have his feelings, like he can feel that. So yeah, so Tao decide to tell Charlie that Nick said yes to go on a date with Imogen. And Nick hears their conversation, and he hears that Charlie said that Nick is his friend, even if they are clearly more than that. But Charlie knows that Nick wants this as a secret, and he respects that. So Nick decides to talk to Charlie. So yeah, that's why I say this show is kinda educational. It shows us exactly what you should do when you are in this type of situation, how you should communicate. Uh, so yeah, Nick clear everything for Charlie, that he said yes, but he was pressured and he's not planning to go on a date with Imogen. He sent Imogen a text that, sorry, I can't do that. I will like tell you why exactly, but we need to meet face to face, so I can't do that. I can't like say that over text. It's not respectful. So yeah. So birthday goes good. Nick and Charlie had a little cute kiss. Like their first kiss, kinda in a public place, even if no one was around them. But like this, they kinda courage. Yeah. Nick meets Imogen. He tells her that he don't like her that way. She's a good friend, but he still didn't know himself, and he feels he don't know what he's doing anymore. He don't know if he's fit with his group of friends anymore, and that's a thing you can go through even if you're not queer. Like, you can go through that even as a straight person. So yeah, he says that like he clears out that he's not interested and he don't want to go on a date with her without like telling her it's because, like, without telling her anything about his sexuality. And it was good explanation. uh why I can't talk today, like, you know what I mean. uh so yeah, we go into episode 6, and it's girls, when Nick kind of find out that he liked the girls before. So yeah, he kind of search about bisexuality, and we love the representation, obviously. Because yeah, we don't have enough representation. Even when we have bi character, it's kind of like there, like we don't have a representation of someone discovering their bisexuality, and that's important because it's more confusing. Because you're like, but I thought I liked the other gender, but now I like the same gender. But you know what I mean? It's so confusing. uh and we need to address that. uh so yeah, we like that Nick is now searching that, and and we see him search on the internet, and that's why it's important to have representation, and it's why important for others to talk about their experience, so when someone else trying to search, they can find something they can relate to. You know what I mean? uh so yeah, he kinda tell Charlie that he kinda think maybe he like bisexual, and Charlie's supportive. Like, that's cool. And I love that because a lot of gay people and straight people, like a lot of people don't have the courage to be with someone who's bi because of like a lot of insecurities, a lot of jealousy. Like, they they can't really, you know what, it could be a lot for some people. But Charlie's like, that's okay, I'm okay. Nick starts to be more comfortable to say to other people that he and Charlie is going out, like Tara and Darcy. And they like immediately cool with it, and of course, because they are a good people. Like Tara and Darcy are so cute and awesome, and I love them. I love them uh, as a friends for Nick, and I love their relationship so much. Anyway, then we kind of tell Al too. She was super um, happy for Charlie. Also, I forgot about that. But we know that Al have a crush on Tao, and that she's like, she can't exactly say it for him, like say that she likes him to him. And that's understandable. When you have a crush on one of your friends, especially when it's a good friend, you're like, I don't want to lose that person. And if I said to them that I like them and they didn't like me back, or we decided to go out but it didn't work, things are gonna be awkward. But I think it's important to say your feelings too, because if you started to like this person and they started to be with someone else, or started or you feel like they you're in the friend zone, this is gonna be awkward too for you, for your feelings. So you need to say it or to brush it and decide to move on. So you need to do one of those things. Nick asks Tara if she had the same feeling about boys like as he do about girls. Like, did she think she like is she definitely like just girls? And Tara was like, yeah, for me that's it. That's my answer. But Nick feels like that's still not his answer. So he searched more and he's convinced that yeah, probably I am bisexual. Uh we also see how like a lot of homophobic people around Tara and Darcy, especially when they come out and most of the school knows about it. Like those two episodes, like the last episode and this episode, where Imogen said her iconic line about, I'm not homophobic, I'm an ally. I love this line so much. And Imogen is a good person. I like Imogen. It's better. So yeah. But we see other people being homophobic in the school, being like, that's disgusting, that's awful, stuff like that. And it's like, girl, it's not your business. No one asked for your opinion. Okay, you don't like it and you think it's awful. Okay, don't talk to them. You can just decide to don't talk to them and decide to be quiet and silent and have your ideas inside of your mind, even if it's awful ideas. Like, if you can't be a human being who appreciates every person and who can be okay with everyone because it's not your business, at least don't say it. At least leave it to yourself. And we can see that there is other type of kind, not homophobia, but you know, the girl when said to Tara that this is like brave, and it's like, it's not. It's who I am. And over complimenting have a similar like effect as if offending. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when people um try too hard to like be kind to someone because of their race, because they don't want to be racist, that kind of makes you racist too, but in a different way. That still, that kind of seems like you think they are different, so you're super kind to them. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like being super friendly or super like um it's still, it's still treating them differently, even if it's in a better way. It's still different. You know what I mean? Charlie now has this problem that he told kinda everyone except Tao, and that's, we know that this is gonna be a problem because Tao is already insecure about his friends all the time. So the idea of that Charlie told everyone except him, it's kinda bad. We also see like Tara's conversation with Darcy about like how people is awful now, how people treat her differently, and she don't want that. She's still the same person. She's just more herself. And Darcy's like, things is gonna be better. And yeah, usually things get better with time, especially after high school. So, but you know, at this point of time, when you're that young and in that place, it's awful. But yeah, when you have at least people around you, it's slightly better. And Tara have Dorothy, have Nick, have Charlie, and have this awesome group of friends that they made now, and that's awesome. Uh, Episode 9, the most of the least favorite for me in this season, Bully. And it's kind of about exactly what the title is. It's everyone bullying Charlie, Harry, Ben, like everyone so awful. Nick have a fight with Harry, and we hate that. We hate like violence, but it's at the same time, yeah, we can say why Harry said like a really bad word. Like even I don't say that word. Uh, but Charlie sees that um, Nick leaving his friends and fighting with other people is kinda his fault, so he decide to step back and decide to like have like break up with Nick. And it's not his fault. It, like, but he feels this way, especially when Ben tell him that you think that anyone is interested in you. I just was with you because of like Betty, and it's like, no, you're not. Clearly, you're not. You were like, you were after Charlie all the time. Even when Charlie broke up with you, you're still after him until now. And Charlie like should know that, but because of his personality, he can't. So he tries to break up with Nick, but Nick's like, he don't want to. Then Tao knows about Charlie and Nick, and that everyone else knows except him, and he feels like Charlie didn't trust him, Charlie don't think about him, and he have a fight with Harry too. Then he says stuff to Charlie that it's his fault, and everything is like crushing on Charlie's head right now. Like I don't even want to talk more about this. Let's leave this episode. Let's talk about episode next. I think the episode was like everyone fighting with everyone. Um. So yes, the next episode, Tori. I don't know why I always say that. Tori tries her best to tell to Charlie that it's not his fault. She's happy for him being here in her life. Um, uh, she asks him if he wants to eat something, and we find that Charlie is not interested in eating something. We haven't seen him really eating like this season at all. Um, but we kinda don't really get it at this point yet. Uh, we also see Nick and Tao talk um, what happened about Charlie and Tao. Even if he's really upset right now, he knows Charlie really good because they tell Nick exactly what he needs to hear. That Charlie is usually an insecure person, that he feels he's not good enough, and he needs Nick to address him because that's gonna because if he didn't, that's gonna make Charlie feel less about himself. We see next tell Tao that he needs to talk to Charlie, but Tao says, no, I'm gonna be upset a little more. And we see that that clearly means that Tao is not gonna stay upset. He's gonna talk to Charlie, but he's like need a time to be upset. And I do that sometimes. Like I know that I will talk to this person probably tomorrow or the day after that, but I'm like, I'm still upset. I do that all the time. Uh, I can relate to any insecure character. Anyway, um, so yeah, it's a sports day. Charlie runs um, like the race instead of Tao. He tell Ben to just leave him alone. He tell him that just because he hate himself, that doesn't like that doesn't excuse what how he treat Charlie, and we love that he said that to him. He apologized to Tao. Tao apologized to Charlie. They are good now. The only thing that we need now is to see Nick and Charlie may go back together and talk. So yeah, Nick decided to leave the rugby match and talk to Charlie and tell him he likes him so much and he want to be with him, and he don't wanna break up, but it's okay if that's what really Charlie wants. But don't do that if it's just because of your insecurities, because I want to be with you. Nothing to be insecure about. You're not making me sad or anything. You're not destroying my life. And Charlie is like, okay, like we can see that's exactly what Charlie needed to hear. We also see Tao and Al. Al was wanted to tell Tao that she likes him, but she decided not. But we can see that Tao is kinda now. He can feel now that he have feelings for Al. Uh, we see a cute date of Charlie and Nick. They Charlie asked Nick if that means they are boyfriends, if that means they are in a relationship, like for real. And we know why he didn't feel like saying that Nick is his boyfriend before, because of how Ben acted when Charlie thought of him as a boyfriend, how he was like, no, we are not together. So yeah, we can kind of see that um, actually Nick sees him as a boyfriend for a long time now. He's like, obviously we are. So yeah, they address that they are in a relationship, they like each other. Nick tell Charlie that he want to come out to people. He's sure he's bisexual now, and he want to come out to people. That at least to the people that he thinks important, and he wants them to know. Um, and we love that. We see Nick coming out to his mother, and it was so awesome. She immediately was a supportive and a good mother, and she loved him so much, and we love her so much. So yeah, that's where the season one end. It end happily. We love it. We wait for a long time until season two, and season two came, and it was even better than season one. Like, it was so awesome. I loved season two way more. And it's about Charlie and Nick now in a relationship, and Nick trying to come out to people now. So yeah, let's talk uh about it episode by episode, exactly as we did with um, the first season. So yeah, the first episode is out, and now we can see that Nick and Shori have a relationship now. They go to each other's houses all the time. Uh, Nick kind of want to tell more people about his sexuality now. So he decides that he wants to tell Imogen. She's a good friend for him, one of the only ones he still talked to after he stopped talking to the other rugby players. Uh, we can see that he's still struggling to tell Imogen about it. Imogen tell him that she wants to still friends with him and that she have a crush on someone else now. Uh, what else? Yeah. So we see Al trying to flirt with Tao, but Tao is being so like anxious and so nervous to talk to Al, especially after he know how he feel about her now. Uh, but yeah, but Al feels like he maybe doing that because he don't like her flirting with him, and that maybe he don't feel the same. uh Nick finally till Imogen came out to her. He didn't exactly came out to her. He was like, I want to tell you something, and she's like, are you trying to tell me about you and Charlie? Because it's kind of obvious. Like, you hold his hand in went back in the rugby match, and it's like, boy, you hang out with him most of the time. Like, and he was like, yeah, but I'm not gay, I'm bisexual. And Imogen was super okay with it, and that's good because she had a crush on that person, so she could have felt like it's easier when you know that they don't like you because they are gay, not because they just didn't like you. You know what I mean? Um, so she knows that she had a chance there, but he prefers Charlie, but she's still okay with it. And we love that for her. But she likes Ben now, and we hate that for her. Like, girl, really? From Nick to Ben? I mean, Ben is a cute too, actually. But yeah, but as a personality, is awful. Uh, yeah. Uh, then episode 2, and it's about called family. It's about family in general. Charlie tell his family that he and Nick are together, and his family is like, really? They were not expecting that. They didn't think that because they thought that Nick is straight and him and Charlie just friends, and they banned them from sleeping over now. And I can, like, okay, a lot of people think that uh his parents being unfair, but they're kind of 15, or at least Charlie's 15, and they think he's too young, and yeah, he is too young. You're gonna tell me, yeah, but that means they just but start to sleep over, nothing gonna happen, but you don't know that. Like, yeah, he's 15, so he's too young, but people at 15 do that all the time because they are teenagers too. So they just trying to be protective, they kind of strict, and we love, actually I like this representation. I like that you can have a parents who's okay with your sexuality but still could be strict. Like, most of the time we have like strict parents who's homophobic, or like parents who's um okay with your sexuality, but they are chill, uh, super chill. So I like being a strict parent at the same time that you are okay with your kid's sexuality. Like that's a good representation. And I don't think they are bad parents. I don't think his mother was bad. She's kinda, yeah, maybe super strict, and you need to be more chill. But also I can see that she now sees him have a bad grades, especially after he was like in the first season. We see that he have good grades most of the time. um we also she also she has the same protective feeling that Tao, or in my personal opinion, like I don't think she hated Nick because of she hated her child to be in a relationship in general, but it's the same as Tao at first. Like Nick is for her is a sports boy, masculine, have friends that's like not her, like Harry and those boys. So she thinks that Nick could be one of those boys, and she don't want her baby to get hurt. So like it's a mother instinct. Maybe as she's judging way too fast, but I can kind of like, yeah, it's still wrong, and it's don't excuse that, but I can understand why. Uh, Also, she says that he can't meet Nick until he finish his homework, and like that's fair. Come on, boy, finish your homework. Like we see that, uh, like the episode after he finished it like in like hours. So you could have just did your homeworks and meet Nick. Come on. We see Nick's older brother, who's we hated. He's a university boy. He's super annoying, and he's homophobic. When he knows about Charlie, he's like, so you turned my brother gay. Even when Nick told him he's not gay, he's bi, I was like, yeah, sure. And it's like, I hate when people don't address bisexuality as a sexuality. Like, what? Like, what world are you living in? People can like both or more. Like that's anyway. Yeah. We can see that his brother is awful. Uh, Nick have exams now, and that's kind of bad because it's like important exams. I don't know how the education system works there, but it looks like an important exam. Charlie tries to meet Nick, and his parents are like being awful about it, grounding him and stuff like that. So yeah, uh, and Nick has this like um, a class for studying in general. Like I don't know how this work, but he sit behind Ben, and Ben is awful as usual. And Ben starts dating Imogen, and Nick is trying to be protective, but Imogen is like, he don't give her enough reasons to leave Ben, so she's like, don't do that. He's good now. He's better. Like the the girls when she fall in love, like we do all don't see the red flags flying in front of our eyes when we like someone. Uh anyway, so yeah, that's kind of second episode. We have the third episode, which is, wait a minute, I forgot. Oh yeah, Promise. We have the third episode, which is Promise. Nick kinda Charlie go back to the rugby team, and Nick has this promise, like, I will tell those rugby players, like the kind ones, that I am with you, like I will come out to them. And we can see that they probably suspected anyway. Uh, the rugby teacher, like the sport teacher, she found out about them. She supports them. She told Nick that if anyone says anything wrong to him, he needs to go to her immediately. We know that she is queer too. I forgot to talk about the art teacher in the first season. He's like queer too, and we like that. So now we have like two support system in our school. uh, and it looks like that's why, because of the art teachers, that's why Charlie was hanging that all the time, and that's why Al was hanging there all the time. uh, and that's how they met, because we know that they are in different group, like years, like he's in year 10, she's in year 11. So probably that's how they meet, and that's how she knows Charlie, then meets the others, Tao and Isaac. uh, Anyway, away from that, uh, Nick tries to tell them in the party after the exams, like, we see, oh yeah, we see that Nick um, exams are done now. We see that Charlie finished his homework and the year ended, like the school year ended. uh, we see that actually Tao decided to ask Kel out, even when she decided to move on, after like after she saw that Tao is not interested. So that's why he decided to ask her out. And we know that, we also know now that Tao lost his father, and that's why he's kinda insecure about losing his friends. uh, we see his, oh, I forgot to talk about a lot of things. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah. We see is how Tao was really nervous about asking Al, and where should he ask her. And we see is Isaac, and that there's a boy interested in him, like have a crush on him. uh I don't remember his name, but like, you know. Who else? Yeah, we see Tara and Darcy have a problem when Tara tell Darcy that she love her, but Darcy don't say it back, and try all the time to not address this problem when Tara tries to talk about it. We see that Tao cut his hair. Finally, we loved him as a supporting person, but we love his hair now. Finally. Also, what else? What else? What else? What else? I think that's it. So yeah, Tao asks Al out, and Al says yes. Oh, and Al have a friend in the art school she is trying to go into the next year. So yeah, we can see like other uh, maybe trans characters. Uh, what? What I was talking about? Oh yeah, Nick trying to come out to his friend, but he could not. He have panic attacks, and yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and you need to take your time, sweetie. You, as his teacher said, you don't owe it to anyone. If you want to say it, you are. If you don't want, it's okay. But he kind of feels panic because he can't say it, and he promised Charlie to do it. So Charlie says it's okay. Like, it's okay. You don't need to panic. If you can't do it, it's okay. We're going to the Paris trips, and we're gonna have the vacation, the summer vacation. Like, we can be ourselves. We're not gonna see them. Then we can find out what we're gonna do in the next year. Uh, uh, Tao and Elle, they don't go really well. They were awkward. It didn't go well. Elle felt like Tao is trying to change, and she liked him as he is. He feels like no way she's gonna like him for how he is, and it got awkward. They like it didn't work out, and it was miserable for both of them. But yeah, that's kind of what happened in the first 3 episodes. So yeah, episode 4 is challenge. We are now going to the Paris trip. Uh, Still, oh yeah, we have our two teachers, our teacher and that I sorry, but I don't remember his name, and Mr. Farouk, who is Mr. Farouk, who is like he was the teacher for the other 11 year when they were studying. Uh, oh yeah, I think I forgot about talking about Nick talking to Ben about how he that's not fair what is he is doing to Imogen, and Ben is like, I could like girls too, and like Nick was like, that's not the problem. You don't like her. You don't, and you didn't like Charlie. You just using her as you used Charlie. And Ben trying to gaslight Nick that they are both the same, which is no, like you're completely different. Anyway, we see them going to the trap. We see that Nick and Charlie trying to like uh, Charlie trying to have a distance between him and Nick so no one suspected, but Nick don't feel like this is good. uh Isaac have his questions about relationships because he feels like maybe he likes James, the other boy who we can clearly see that he have a crush on Isaac. Alan Tao is clearly still don't talk, and Tara and Darcy still have their problem where Darcy don't want to address the problem and Tara don't know how to communicate about it. I've been talking for a long time. Anyway, uh, so yeah, it's kind of there is a lot of tension there. Uh, they go to there to their Paris trip. So yeah, Tara and Dorothy and Elle and Sahar, uh, a new character this season, share a room. We don't have idea who Imogen share a room with, because we kind of see that Imogen have don't have a lot of girlfriends. Um we see that Nick and Tao and Charlie and Isaac share a room, where Tao decided to share a bed with Charlie and Isaac to share a bed with Nick, where I felt like this is kinda awkward because they know that Charlie and Nick are together, but Tao felt like Charlie's gonna be nervous to sleep, uh, like beside Nick in the same bed. But I feel like Tao based that on his feelings. He needed to ask Charlie about his feelings. Uh, anyway, uh, what else? Oh yeah, uh, Charlie trying his best to, like as I said, to keep a distance between him and Nick. Uh, but it also feels awful. He wants to like hold hands and go with him, and you know, especially when he sees Tora and Darcy together like that. We also can clearly pick up now that Charlie have a problem with eating. Uh, uh oh, we we see Imogen pick up on that Ben is clearly like not really interested in her, and she sees how he is kind of looking at Charlie most of the time. Uh, Charlie tells Tara about how he is anxious because he can't like act with Nick um, the way he want to, and Tara tell him that it's okay. It's gonna they gonna uh, reach the point where they are comfortable with doing that. They don't care anymore, and that she had this point with Dorothy, but she still have problems with Dorothy because they can't really communicate the way Charlie and Nick communicate. So we can see that every couple have their problems, and they can be jealous of other couples. We kind of see Al and Tao decide to go back as friends, and they decide to go to museum together, and we can see that actually it felt more like a date than their actual date. Like they felt more comfortable, more themselves, and more happy and more laughing. Like maybe that's why the date didn't work, because they were so nervous. Anyway, after that we kind of oh yeah, we know now that Nick actually speaks French because he is half French. Like, what? Like, yeah, his dad is French. Um, and like everyone was like super like surprised that Nick is French or part French. Uh, I think it was super hard for the actor if he didn't actually speak French to try to speak French that good. I don't speak French, so I don't know if he spoke it that good, but it felt like he speak it well. Uh, what? Oh yeah. I didn't study French, I studied Germany, and even that I'm not that good at. Anyway, uh oh, Imogen tell Ben that she deserves better. He's not a good boyfriend, and he clearly have an interest in Charlie for some reason. And that was good. She standed up for herself, but she kind of did that at public. And yeah, I felt it badass, and I felt that Ben deserved it, but I can feel that that kind of was wrong too. Uh, we also we see that Harry defend Imogen when Ben call her a B word. He was like, "Hey, man, don't say that." And we can see that okay, that kind of good. Uh, that's surprising to like of Harry to do that. Uh, So yeah, Imogen asks Charlie if there was something between him and Ben, and he tells her the truth, and she feels so bad, but she kind of okay now with it. Um, like she trying to move on. We also can see uh, what? Oh, what else? Oh yeah, we can see the tension between Mr. Farouk and Mr. Ajay, I think. I still don't remember his name. Eh, we can see that there is something going on there. So yeah, episode 4 kinda end on Nick and Charlie kissing and have like this cute kisses on the neck, which have a hickey on Charlie. So yeah, episode 5, Heat. It's kinda about everyone's picking on the Charlie have a hickey, so clearly he have someone he is going out with, or he's seeing someone. And they all assumed it's James, the boy that have crush on Isaac, because he's the only one they know he is gay too. So James have this conversation with Charlie, which is like, does Isaac think it's me? And Charlie's like, no. And he's like, is it Isaac? And Charlie said, it's like, still no. That's so, and that's so cute. Uh, like, um, we also have a conversation between Isaac and Harry, which is really interesting, where Isaac tells Harry that it's not okay for bullying people, and we see Isaac, we can see Harry making fun of the conversation, but we can kind of see that maybe Harry really thought that this was joking, or that this was funny, or maybe that's his way of feeling like this is the only reason his friends hanging out with him, because we kind of feel that he's rethinking his actions. Uh, we have still Ben and Nick conversation where Ben is still convinced that he was a victim in this situation, which he's not. Like, clearly, he's not. Still, Tara and Darcy not addressing their problem. And we can see that Elle still have a crush on Tao. They go to the Eiffel Tower. They have cute photos there. Um, oh, I don't remember if that happened this episode or the episode before that, but we know that Tao is the one, is kind of the reason why Charlie got outed, because he was talking with Isaac and someone overheard them. So he told Charlie that, and Charlie forgave him immediately. It's he told him it's not his fault, and he don't need to be to blame himself over that. And we see cute baby Charlie and baby Tao. Uh, yeah, season one we see cute baby Nick and baby Tara, and now we see cute baby Charlie and baby Tao. I love cute baby actors. Not baby, a kid actors. It's cute, and you can see the kind of big actors that look like the older actors. So yeah. Uh, what else? Oh, yeah, they go to the Eiffel Tower. We can see people talking about Nick, like, are you the one with Charlie? Because we can see Charlie and Nick together. Are you the one who, like, uh, the reason of this hickey? And he's like, what if I am? It's not your business. And Harry's like, hey guys, stop picking on them. And that's a second clue that Harry may be rethinking his actions. I don't know if it's because of what I said or because he actually like Nick as a friend and he feels like, you know, bad for that. Uh, Bad, like, for the distance between them now. Uh, we uh, we see that Tao and Elle kissed, like Elle kissed Tao and Tao kissed Elle, and they like became a thing, and they still don't became a thing, but like, yeah, it's not, it's clearly not just a friendship. uh and we have another song in our playlist. Like, I have a lot of songs in my playlist because of this show, and one of them is when you fall in love with a girl. Like, I love this song. So yeah. Tao tells the boys that he kissed Al. Al tells the girls that she kissed Tao. They all decided to like hang out, like, away from their rooms after the curfew time. Uh, so yeah, still Tao and Al didn't like say what is the relationship exactly, but they are enjoying themselves. They are happy, and we are happy for that. Isaac still don't know what's his relationship with James too. And so yeah, Nick is picking up on Charlie's not eating. So we can see that, like, the teachers saw Nick and Charlie. They bring them back to the rooms, or they tell them to go to the rooms, and we can see that they had, like, the teachers have this tension. They kind of flirt with each other there for a moment. And yeah, Charlie faint while they were in the museum. I forgot to talk about that, but yeah, he faint when they were there, and he told Nick about the eating disorder, like the eating disorder thing. uh and it's awful. It's awful. I can't imagine that. I never had that, but I can't imagine how awful is it. uh but yeah, Nick tells Charlie that he wants to know more, he wants to try to help. Yeah, he don't know about it, but he want to know about it, and he is he want to learn about it and to help. uh Nick also tells Charlie about his father, how he is distant and they don't talk that much. They try to meet his father, but his father is clearly not interested enough. He like sits there for 2 minutes, and we feel like how bad it is. Like, oh yeah, daddy issues. We feel how his father is clearly not there, clearly don't know anything about Nick. He don't know which year he is. Like, so yeah. Nick tells Charlie that he wanted to introduce him as a boyfriend for his father, but yeah, they didn't even like talk for 2 minutes there. So yeah, we go on. We shove our daddy issues back to our back of our minds with our sense of self, because anxiety killed joy before it returned. Then she married sadness and had a lot of depression babies. But that's not our discussion. Yeah. My daddy issues gonna kill me someday. Anyway, uh, yeah. As I said, they have now Tara's birthday, and Darcy's trying to do the best party because she feels like this is how she can make it for Tara, for what she was doing the last few days, for how she was not communicating. But that's not clearly what Tara wants. She wants to communicate. She wants to know what's going on. Uh, we have the party. We have everyone there. We have a cute moment between Nick and Shirley. Like, ugh, you're being gay. Like, ugh, you're being gay. Carry on. Anyway, uh, yeah. We have um Darcy drink a lot in that party. Harry tried to go to the party, but Charlie's like, no, no, I don't want you here. Even after Harry's apologized. And that's clearly like, yeah, you should apologize, but don't expect the other person to just forgive you. And you have every right to forgive someone or not, even after just they apologize. Um, so yeah, we have a truth or dare game. Uh, we know that what? Yeah, we have a truth or dare game. No, before that, we have Isaac and James share a kiss, but Isaac feels this is this don't feel right, so he like go, and yeah, he's not comfortable with that. He don't feel it right, and he cries because he don't know what's going on with him, what's wrong with him. And nothing is wrong with him, obviously. He's a cute baby boy. So yeah, we have a truth or dare game. We and I picked we pick a little things here and there, like Isaac talking about that he never had a celebrity crush, and we can see that maybe maybe Isaac is Airways. Um, we can also pick up on Sahar and Imogen shared there. Maybe not a lot of people picked that, but I realized that Imogen said that Sahar stopped talking to her after Imogen had a boyfriend. So maybe Sahar, we know after that Sahar is bisexual. So maybe Sahar had a crush on Imogen. So after Imogen had a boyfriend, Sahar like keep the distance because of her crush. I'm just saying. Maybe that's what happened. Yeah. Then we go to the like they like that girl who dared Charlie to kiss James, and he was like, "No, you say that because you think we're together and we're not." So she dared him to kiss Ben, and he was like, "Hell no!" And Ben is like, "Yeah, I don't want that either." And he leaves the party, and we're happy he leaves the party. So he goes for truth instead. So she asks him who gave him the hickey. That girl is awful. Like, come on, girl. Why? Okay, I know you want the tea, you love the drama, but come on. But Nick decides to come out to everyone and tells them that it's him and that he and Charlie are together. And now probably everyone will gonna know that even if they were not in that party, because come on, that's how news fly. Anyway, uh, so yeah, uh, uh, like Dorothy clearly throw up after how much alcohol she drank. Uh, she decided to tell Tara that she love her, and she's not saying that because she's drunk. She really love her, uh, and she just didn't know how to say it back. We see Mr. Frook and Mr. Ajay being doing stuff, kissing and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a school trip. You're not supposed to do that. You're the teachers, but okay, okay, we love it for you. Especially that Mr. Frook clearly didn't know his sexuality. Um, he knew it like recently. So yeah, I like some representation for adults too. Um, that's kinda how like this episode ended. Then we have the episode 7. Sorry, we know that Elle got accepted in the art school she wants to go to, uh, which is kinda uh, not really like she's happy she went there, but it's gonna be like a challenge in her relationship with Tao, because it's gonna be like uh, they're gonna be more distant in different schools. But I think it's not that far away because I saw Elle went there and go back home all the time, so I don't think it's that far away. So anyway, uh, we go to big like prom, uh, like prom outfits. Um, Toro big uh, a suit for Dorothy, which is so cute. Nick asks um, Charlie to go to prom with him. Elle tells Tara that she got accepted, but she still don't know how to tell Tao. Yeah. and they Charlie have a lot of messages from Ben that he want to meet him. Anyway, we go to the art school to see Al is painting, and it's cute painting. It's about her and her friends in the art room, the place that she felt safe and she felt accepted. Um, we see. Oh, Tao knows that Al is going to this, that she got accepted. He tell her she don't need to make her decision because of him, and he will support her no matter what. And we love how that Tao grew in these seasons, and we can see that clearly. Um, um, Isaac like sees other ace person talking about his experience, and he feels like that's probably him. He feels like, yeah, he accept his feelings, he accept himself, and we love that. uh, we know that Sahar bisexual. Amjad knows that now. uh, we Then we meet Ben, who came to meet us even if we didn't say it's okay. And yeah, it was not okay. Clearly, uh, Ben tried to apologize to Charlie, but Charlie said that you can't ambush someone to to forgive you. And yeah, clearly you need to apologize when you feel like you did something wrong, but you can't do it. You can't force it. You can't, like, you can't text that person like, I'm sorry, I want to meet you face to face to apologize to you. If you want to, if you don't want to, so I want you to know that 1 2 3 4, I didn't mean that, and I felt like that, and it's completely their decision to forgive you or not, and you need to live with the consequence of your actions. If they didn't forgive you, you need to move on and to try to live with that, and try to forgive yourself, because nothing you can do, you can't make someone forgive you just so you can move on of that guilt. It's your actions and it's your consequences. We Oh, I also forget to talk about, yeah, Nick's father comes for dinner, and also Charlie's parents were invited, and kinda David was like a jerk. He tried to out Nick, but Nick was like, you know what? Yes, I am with Charlie, and his father was okay with it. Like, still, his father is a bad person for not being there, uh, but he's okay with his child having a boyfriend. Uh, and yeah, we see the difference between Tori and David, when Tori is gonna like, I'm gonna kill you if you did that again. And we can see that um, uh, Charlie's mother now can see how Nick is actually a good person, and she is okay with them being together now. That's why I was saying I feel like she was just scared and protective over her child. Uh, so yeah, Uh, that kind of was episode 7. I don't want. I didn't forget anything, right? Oh, we see that Darcy have a toxic home life, and actually, we that's so representative for the difference between Darcy and Ben. Like, Ben said that's that he did that because he came from a home that's not okay with being queer. But Darcy came from from a similar home, but she is good to her partner. You know that you see the difference here? Like, being from that home doesn't excuse you, because clearly there's other people have a similar experience, but they don't do the same actions as you. So we kind of love the representation there, but we also hate Darcy being like treated this way or coming from this place. So yeah, the last episode was perfect. It's about the prom. Tara don't know anything about Dorothy after we saw her ran away from her house the last episode over wearing a suit. And girls should wear, and all people should wear whatever they want. And it could still not mean they are queer. You can be straight girl and still a tomboy, or you can be a straight boy and still have a feminine side. It's totally okay. Anyway, uh, so yeah, we see that Tora is kinda worry about Dorsey. We see Tao asking Al out. We see Isaac accepting himself as an arrow ace person, even like I thought he was ace, but I didn't know he was arrow too, because I thought he liked James, and also he was talking about his perfect date in a library, but we love it for him anyway. Yeah, and we see Nick and Charlie going to their prom night, and it's so cute. And we see Nick's friend is like, okay, we know now, and we happy for you, like the good kind of kids in like the kind three kids in the rugby team. And we see even Harry is like, I can't believe that Nick uh, is the first one to be in a relationship. And I don't remember what he said exactly. It felt it's like for some people it felt still offensive, but I felt it's like it's the way of Harry talking. Like I felt like how Harry said it, it was him being okay with it. Like that's how he being supportive. He's just different, but I feel like he can go to be a good character if we have more time with him the next season. Uh, we see that Charlie now don't really want to have this perfect prom night he talked about, and he was just wanting Nick to come out, not so they can be the popular like couple in the school. It just to spend time without being scared of anyone finding out, and he wants just to go home and spend time with Nick and his friends, and we love that. So they all decide to go back to their to Nick's house and spend time together. Tora goes to Darcy's house. She knows how that Darcy's mom's is actually like homophobic, and that Dorothy's house isn't the best. uh she find Dorothy's in next house. After they call her, they decide to, like, all of them, to spend the rest of the night there. um Darcy told Tara that that's why she felt she couldn't say "I love you" back to Tara, because she felt like she is hiding this side of herself, and she didn't know if Tara will like this side of her. And Tara was like, "I still love you, even after I know this side." Uh, yeah, Tao and Al is gonna be in a relationship, even after that Al decided to go to the art school. Uh, and Nick and Charlie decided to talk more. Nick tried to make Charlie talk more about his eating disorder, and Charlie told him it's because he felt that everything out of control, and the only thing he could have controlled is how much he is eating. And he had this voice, that everything is like he is not enough, he's bad, he's destroying people's lives. And uh what oh yeah, he told him he was uh like cutting himself. He used to cut himself, and that's I kinda used to do the same in a point of my life. I'm not I'm not happy to talk about that, but I can feel that. uh Anyway, uh so yeah, Nick was gonna tell we feel like Nick was gonna tell Charlie that he loved him, but his mother came to the house, so Charlie decided to go back to his house. And we see that Charlie is like, gonna send "I love you" to text to Nick. Then the season end. So yeah, that's 2 seasons. What we are expecting for season 3, I didn't actually see trailers or the teasers, but I couldn't help but, like, some videos came to my like uh, site without even searching for them. So I kinda know that there is probably a love interest for Tori, and I wanna see that. I wanna see, especially that maybe she could be a demi person. I don't know why, but she gives that like that vibe that she could be demi person, or like an asexual person who's interested romantically. Because, like, come on, I want someone who's interested romantically in a relationship but not sexually. Everyone got representation. I want one too. Anyway, probably Elle and Tao gonna try now to have a relationship, probably long distance relationship in a way. It's not really long distance, but like in that age it feels like it. Uh, uh, I wanna see what else they gonna do with Isaac there. Where, like, if we're gonna know more about like how they gonna tell us more about other sides, away from the romantic side for him. Probably Charlie and Nick gonna struggle about saying I love you to each other, and um, and we see Imogen having interest in Sahar. But actually, I have this thing. I actually want Imogen to be straight because she said that thing about it would be so easier if I was into girls. So I want her to actually be with Sahar because she thinks that's easier and she sees all her friends queer people, because I want that representation of someone who's straight but who thinks maybe I could be queer, maybe that will be easier, but she find out that she is straight and that's it, because I feel that's a kind of representation we need to have too, like this is straight young people who's curious but they're still straight in the end. Like I feel like that a kind of representation we need to, and I don't know anything about it, and I don't think anyone knows anything about it because I know that Imogen is not in the books. I didn't read the books, but I know that this information. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting, and I hope you will like the video. I know it's a long and it's just talking and it's just me talking, but I want you two guys love the video. So if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and tell me if you actually like this video and you want me to do more of videos like that, because there's a lot of stuff that I watched but I can't react to it. So but I want to share it with you guys. So if you have anything else you want me to have discussion to, please tell me in the comments. I will see you all when we start reacting to Heartstopper season 3. So bye.